Hello students, so today we'll try to understand the poem The Wise Men and the Elephant by John Godfrey Sachs. So let's see the contents. This PPT includes learning objectives, poem The Wise Men and the Elephant, introduction of the poem, stanza-wise explanation of the poem, theme and the message of the poem. So learning objectives, this PPT, the main aim of this PPT is to enable the students to recite the poem with proper rhythm, understand and appreciate poetry as a literary art form, to develop the students' power of imagination, to enable them to understand the thought and imagination contained in the poem, to understand the theme and message of the poem. Now first let's read out the poem. It was 6 men of Hindustan, to learning much inclined, who went to see the elephant, though all of them were blind, that each by observation might satisfy his mind. The first approached the elephant, and happening to fall against his broad and sturdy side, at once began to bawl, "God bless me, but the elephant is very like a wall." The second, feeling of the tusk, cried, "Oh, what have we here? So very round and smooth and sharp. To me this mighty clear. This wonder of an elephant is very like a spear." The third approached the animal, and happening to take the screaming trunk within his hands, thus boldly up and spake, "I see," quoth he, "the elephant is very like a snake." The fourth reached out an eager hand, and felt about the knee. "What most this wondrous beast is like, is mighty plain," quoth he. "'Tis clear enough, the elephant is very like a tree." The fifth, who chanced to touch the air, said, "Even the blindest man can tell what this resembles most. Denied the fact who can? This marvel of an elephant is very like a fan." The sixth no sooner had begun about the beast to grow, than seizing on the swinging tail that fell within his scope, "I see," quoth he, "the elephant is very like a rope." And so these men of Hindustan disputed loud and long, each of his own opinion, exceeding stiff and strong, though each was partly in the right and all were in the wrong. Now let's see the introduction of the poem. The Wise Man and the Elephant is a poem written by American poet John Godfrey Sachs. It is a famous Indian fable that tells the story of a blind man meet an elephant for the first time, and each man touches the different parts of the elephant and make predictions about what the elephant is like. In turn, each blind man creates his own version of reality from the limited experience and perspective. So now let's see the stanza-wise explanation of the poem. So the first stanza goes like this. It was 6 men of Hindustan, to learning much inclined, who went to see the elephant, though all of them were blind, that each by observation might satisfy his mind. The first approached the elephant and happening to fall against his broad and sturdy side, at once began to bawl, God bless me, but the elephant is very like a wall. So now it is a, like I told you, it is a story of a six blind men of Hindustan, okay, who have never come across the elephant before, and who learn and conceptualize what the elephant is like by touching it and satisfy their mind. So each blind man feels a different part of the elephant's body, then describe the elephant based on their limited experience, and their descriptions of the elephant are different from each other's. So the first man approach the elephant, okay, comes near to the elephant against his broad and sturdy side, and touched the body of the elephant and said the elephant is very like the wall. So the first person, a blind man, he come in front of the elephant and he touched the body of the elephant, which is very broad, and he predict that the animal is very like the wall. So the second feeling of the tusk cried, oh, what have we here, so very round and smooth and sharp? To me, this mighty clear, this wonder of an elephant is very like the spear. The third approached the animal and happening to take the screaming trunk within his hand, thus boldly up and spake, I see, quoth he, the elephant is very like the snake. So the second blind man, we come nearer to the elephant, and the second man touched the tusk, and he said that it is round and smooth and sharp, and I feel that the elephant is very like the spear. So the second uh, blind man, he make a predictions as he touched the tusk of an elephant, and he says that elephant is very like the spear. And the third person approached the animal, okay, and touched the screaming trunk and said, the third person touched the screaming trunk of an elephant, and he make a prediction that the elephant is very like a snake. So the fourth reached out an eager hand and felt about the knee. What most this wondrous beast is like is mighty plain, quoth he. 'Tis clear enough, the elephant is very like the tree. The fifth, who chanced to touch the air, said, even the blindest man can tell what this resemble most, deny the fact who can. This marvel of an elephant is very like a fan. So the fourth man reached out his hand and touched the knees, big knees of the elephant, and he says that it is clear enough that the elephant is very like a tree as he touched the knee of an elephant. And the fourth person who touched the ear of an elephant says that even the blindest man can tell that elephant is very like a fan as he touched the ear of an elephant. Then the sixth blind man, no sooner had begun about the beast to grow than seizing on the swinging tail that fell within his scope. I see, quoth he, the elephant is very like a rope. And so this men of Hindustan disputed loud and long, each in his own opinion, exceeding stiff and strong, though each was partly in the right and all were in the wrong. So now the last six blind men come nearer the elephant and touch the swinging tail of an elephant and says that elephant is very like a rope as he touched the tail of an elephant. So all these six blind men, they had a long dispute amongst this there was a long dispute among this six blind men because they touched the different parts of an elephant and make their own predictions, and uh, and by touching each part of the elephant, these men taken a piece of the whole picture and drawn their own conclusion, and then they refuse to be shaken from their opinion. Instead of pulling their information and looking at the whole picture, each one stuck to his own view and declared that it was a truth. So now, theme or the message of the poem. This story of blind men and the elephant tell us about the reality of our life and also about a basic problem that we all have. It tells us that individual truth may be partially true, but it is not the ultimate truth. The moral of the story is that there might be some fact to what somebody says. We might not agree with it at first because we have our own reason, but what we think might not be the absolute truth. Thank you. So here I provided you some word meaning. Okay. Approached means come near or nearer to someone or something. Broad, okay. Wide, large. Sturdy means strongly or solidly built. Inclined to have an opinion about something. Squirming, wiggle or twist the body from side to side. Beast, an animal, especially a large or dangerous four-footed one. Grope, search blindly or uncertainly by feeling with the hands. Stiff means severe or strong. So I hope you have understood the poem. Thank you.